happy to have you with. Us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Here we go. And so off the tip, it's Las Vegas. Here's Young. It's tipped. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Durant. And there's the screen. Shoots over Tatum. Doris, how excited are you for this front court matchup we have in front of us tonight? Two of the best in the game.
BA, I've had this one circled on my calendar for some time. The front court matchup is absolutely special. Two big-time guys.
Young misses. And it's Tatum with the ball for Phoenix. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Outside Payton. Pass to Mikan. Oh, it's stolen by Jordan. In transition. Oh, botches the breakaway layup. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. For three, Durant. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game.
Boy, misfiring on your first 4 shots, you've got to settle in here.
Outside Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Las Vegas.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Young. Hits the target from 18 feet.
There it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
And Tatum, here we go. And a big finish by Robinson.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Counted.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Las Vegas foul call. Gary Payton. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Here's Mikan. Here's Antetokounmpo. Mikan. It's hauled in by Robinson. And it's Phoenix's ball. Tatum drives in. The 3. And the three-pointer goes.
What a find by Tatum. Draws the defense and kicks it out to 3.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Brian, back to you.
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you. 3 on the clock. Takes one from 10 feet. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. They pin that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Man, good whistle there.
For Las Vegas. And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. Las Vegas trails by 7. It's stolen. George outside. Pass to Wade. They set the screen. Tries it from the top of the key. Connects. The jumper drops.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Steps back. Here's McGrady. And he gets it to go from the high post.
Tracy McGrady.
Even if they saw the step back coming, the defense didn't offer much resistance.
Kicks it to George. The three ball. Knocks down the long J.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Here's Wade, following the score by Las Vegas. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And so it's Phoenix with it, following the score by Las Vegas. Here's Walton, off target at the rim. Here's Thompson, and the layup is good off the glass.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
Outside Richardson. The three is up. He drops it from range. Give him 8.
This is the value of having those stretch bigs. Very hard to contest that jumper.
They get it again. Here's McGrady. With throw it down.
Can you say elevation? Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
Las Vegas.
And
14.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Phoenix.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Pierce gets the bucket.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Phoenix leading by 8. Pass to Stojakovic. And it's out of bounds. Still. Phoenix's ball. So both teams making some changes here. Baseline try. It's rebounded by Las Vegas.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Here's Young. And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
At the line for the line.
Las Vegas shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. You know, Doris, it seems like point guards have more scoring duties than ever.
There's no doubt, B.A., and why not take advantage if you have a lead guard who can both put the ball in the basket and set his teammates. The harder you are to guard individually, the harder your team is to guard.
That one's good by Stojakovic.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now Booker. No points yet. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
Now KD is showing a little bit of elevation.
And here's Jordan. Pass to Booker. Shot clock at 5. Over Young. Booker no good.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And Las Vegas making a change here.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Well, Doris, when you look at the skill set Jason Tatum possesses, what specifically makes him such an elite player?
Well, if you're elite, it means you have a multi-dimensional game, and that's Jason Tatum to a T. He came in with a scoring mindset. His playmaking skills have advanced every single season. He also absorbs an enormous weight on the defensive end. This guy is elite for a reason, and it's because it's a well-rounded game.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And it's good. 2 points.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Outside Tatum. Here's Tatum.
Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
Here's Young. Uses the glass on the layup.
Doesn't get much easier than that. That is nice work.
Phoenix leading by 8. Here's Nash. Still no points. Wallace pulls it in.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Pass to Young. And then Young slams it in.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And it's Phoenix's ball. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Richardson. Pass to Johnson. Oh, wow! And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that was a dunk contest material kind of jam. Johnson just letting it all hang out. Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Pass to Richardson. Here's Wade. It's rebounded by Las Vegas. There's 49 seconds left in the first half.
Suns foul. Michael Ray Richardson. First personal foul. Third team foul.
There's 45 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Pierce. Here's McGrady. Just 4 to shoot. And Las Vegas getting another bucket right there.
This guy's such a strong mid-range shooter.
"17 seconds left to play in the second quarter. The kick out to Richardson. Here's Wade. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Vegas ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's McGrady. buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Here's Nash. Pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
No, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Out of bounds. It'll be Las Vegas ball.
Lions ball.
Las Vegas trails by 4. Here's Young. And Young slams it in.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Young. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. Nice D from Durant.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They've led by as much as 10. Jordan with the bucket. And the Suns lead by 4.
Boy, you have got to be pleased with the start of this third quarter. 3 for 4 out of the gate. Just keep your rhythm now.
And that one's good. Young.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Tatum with it. Here's Jordan. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Oh, get that weak stuff out of here. Giannis doing everything he can to protect the rim.
Durant's shot is off. Nice move. And that one is stuffed right through.
Timeout. Impressive one-hand slam right there, BA.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Las Vegas trails by 4. Here's McGrady. 10 points for him. And they recover it. Pass to Drexler. Here's McGrady. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. McGrady's got 12 points in the game.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Jordan. Here's Kirilenko. Fires for 3. Nails it from 3. 13 points in the game.
Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's going to make you pay.
And he gets the bucket.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters, and he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Back to Booker. Out to the right wing. Here's Stojakovic. He's got 5. That one no good.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's Durant. What a throwdown from KD.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker.
Boy, a turnover like that will have a coach just staring at his shoes, biting his tongue.
Here's McGrady. 14 points for him. And it's Kirilenko with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here's Wade. Deflected. Gets it off. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's Las Vegas. They're up by 1. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And it's Las Vegas with the ball. They lead by 1. Pass to Thompson. Takes it inside. And here's Young. And Walton pulls it down. Here's Wade to the middle. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Now here's Russell. And then Russell with the dunk.
Assisted.
And this is not the time to be giving up turnovers. Those points could end up being a deciding factor in this game.
On the wing, Wade. Clock at 6. All alone. And that one hits the back iron.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
And the foul called on Paul George.
First team.
That's his first foul.
Substitution on the
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Young inside. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to Robinson. Takes a 3. Russell with the rebound. Las Vegas leading by 5. Here's Durant. Paul George pulls down the board. And here's Robinson. Pass to Wade. Just 5 on the clock. Over Payton. Kicks it to George. This one for 3. Pure from three-point range.
The countless hours Paul George has put into that three-point shooting, a huge part of his development.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And Las Vegas making a change here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done. So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Las Vegas moving that ball around. Here's Drexler. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Drexler's got his first 2 points of the night. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Oh, a deep three from Tatum. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Phoenix trails by 3. Tatum. Oh, and a great bucket from Tatum, taking the hit.
Jason Tatum under duress of the shot clock. Big moment, no problem.
And he sinks the jumper.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
And Jordan Ott decides to call timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Suns. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. From 17 feet out. And they get it back. 6 to shoot. To tie it up. Rebounded by Russell. Las Vegas leading by 3.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Here's Drexler. 1:56 left to play in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Off on the layup. Phoenix trails by 3. Puts it up from 17. The putback. Robinson. Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
They set the pick. Jump. Robinson with the block. And they're on the run. And they're pushing it up. The pull-up. Not that time.
He is tenacious. Love to watch him battle on the defensive glass. .103 left
in the game. Shot clock at 6.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Russell. Robinson rips down the board. And the timeout called here by Jordan Ott. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Here's Jordan. Here's a pass to Tatum. 5 to shoot. fielded by Russell. Now Payton. It's stolen by Tatum. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first. And that'll put him up 2.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. There is a lot on the line. And he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
Oh, George with a steal. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. First free throw is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, just a great job there. He put the game out of reach.
So Phoenix wins it. This one was in the